I got a tire. Fixed the tire. Actually didn't fix it, I just replaced it. Thankfully, Ezra has a little dump trailer that has the same size tires as the sprayer. So I got a spare tire, and I made a temporary fix because I can't get parts till tomorrow. It's going to replace the busted shock absorber. Just a steel rod, drilled 2 holes in it, put the bolts, and I'll put it in there, and that'll at least prop it up. I can put the wheel on, I can move it around. If the wind dies down later today, I can spray, and yeah, as long as it doesn't rain, I can spray too. But it's too windy to spray today. It might die down, but that's okay. I gotta fix that clutch on triple nickel. After I do this, I might be able to get the triangle sprayed because there's nothing really around it that I'm too concerned about if there's any drift or carryover from the spray. So yeah, we'll get that put back together. Alright, that's got it. That'll work. Solid steel rod. I just drilled 2 holes in it. I had this keyway in it already, so it was easy to just drill. That way the holes were lined up straight. Didn't have to worry about where it was going to be. So that'll hold it till I get a chance to put the new shock absorber on. Obviously it's going to be a lot stiffer ride here, but just have to remember to take it easy when I start spraying. Now it's calm. Except for the dirt devil started over there. Well, that's fixed. That's one less thing I got to worry about. Now I'm going to go see if I can adjust that clutch on that 555 and get it working, because Pierre went to stop yesterday, stepped on the clutch, and nothing happened. So we had to shut the engine off to get it to stop. I'm hoping it's just a matter of adjusting something and something else didn't break. That clutch on that tractor, the clutch pedal, has always seemed like it needed to be adjusted, so I'm going to have to see if I can figure out how to do it. Alright, so it's still too windy to spray. Hopefully it dies down in a few hours, so I'm going to go mulch for a little bit. I couldn't do anything with that 555 versatile clutch pedal, and yeah, so I'm just going to go do some mulching for a little bit. Hopefully the wind dies down and I can finish my spraying. It kind of looks like it might rain, but Mom and Dad said back at home it was really dark clouds coming in and nothing came of it. So I'm gonna guess that's what's gonna happen here, because it's only like a 30 or 40% chance of rain. So I'm gonna go mulch for a little bit, which is okay. It's got to get done either way. It's gonna take me a long time. Like I said before, I'm probably gonna spend a good chunk of the summer in there and fall, and basically just keep going until it's done and then move on to the next piece that needs to be done. See, it kind of looks like rain clouds off in the distance. Fairly sheltered from the wind right here. There's not too much wind right here. But I haven't run this machine in a few days, so I'm going to check the oil and everything, make sure it's all good. Been sitting for... how long has this thing been sitting? Almost a week. Oil's good. Hydraulic oil looks good. Basically give this thing a grease. This cutter head needs to be greased. 2 points, one under there, and all the Zerk fittings on the machine. So the oil's good. I'm gonna fire it up, let it warm up, and then get started. At least it's nice out today. It's very nice out. Very hot in that cab. The last couple hours mulching. The wind has died just about right down, so I think I'm gonna take a bit of time and go spray. It's 7:15 now, so I only have about an hour and 45 minutes of light left. So I'm gonna go ahead and do it. Yeah, I'm gonna get everything fired up and ready to go. As long as the wind stays down, I'm good to go. And then I'll be done for the day. And I think tomorrow we're supposed to do a test harvest. I really don't know, like, it's not 100% green yet. I really don't like that idea, but we need to test the harvester anyway, make sure everything's good. So we're gonna do a quick test harvest. And yeah, so we'll see what happens with that tomorrow. But for now, I'm just going to focus on getting the spraying done. I'm going to let it mix because it sat overnight. It's probably separated a little bit. Then we'll get started. I think I'll probably start the farthest field, and then I'll come back and do this one. And if I don't get it tonight, I'll do the triangle tomorrow. So that'll be the one that's just across the gravel road here. We'll see how well my fix holds up too. Hopefully it doesn't bounce too much, because I don't want it to break anything either. pretty good. It hasn't bent or broke yet. I wasn't really expecting the steel rod to break, more so the bolts. I wasn't too sure if the bolts were going to hold, especially with all the bouncing, and because the fields right now aren't exactly the smoothest and they are really rough because they were tilled last year. They weren't packed or anything. It's just the snow, the weight of the snow that packed them down. But I think I'm gonna have just enough chemical to do this piece. I might run out on my last piece because I think I was going a little bit too slow. I should have been going about 6.5, 7 mile an hour, but it was so rough yesterday. That was part of the reason why my shock absorber broke on the sprayer boom, because it was so rough that I think it jumped a bit. It jumped and it pulled the shock absorber in two. The housing of the shock absorber is only made of tin by the looks of it. So when you have all that weight from the sprayer boom bouncing, it'll just tear the tin, which is what happened. And that's what happens when you go too fast when it's rough. I'm hoping I have enough to do this field at least. It looks pretty low, but I know I got about 100 gallons left. I think after this one I'm probably going to have to call it quits for the night, because I'm going to have to add 100 gallons and then go spray again to get the other piece. But I'm not too concerned about that one. It's these ones here. If they get wet, they get really soft because it's a peat moss, so they hold the moisture. But if we're going to have a drought this year, I don't think we're going to have to worry too much about getting stuck. Even though saying that, Pierre got stuck yesterday with the 555, and it was just as dusty as it is now. So it doesn't take much. Thankfully, there's still frost about a foot under the ground, and he sunk down to the frost, and that pretty much stopped him. He just had to crab walk his way out, which is not that big a deal, but when you don't know how to do it, it turns into a bigger deal. And now see, I'm running into the other problem here. I'm not leaving much of a trail behind, so I have to really watch where my line is. I can still see it, just barely, but I have a feeling I'm overlapping quite a bit. Oh no, there's my... I'm only overlapping a little bit. Not a big deal. And then after this is sprayed, in about a week and a half, we can start rototilling and disking these pieces and get them ready for seed. And then hopefully we'll have seed in the ground by the end of the month. Hopefully. Anyways, guys, I'm going to finish this one up, and I'm going to see how much chemical I got left after I do this one, if I have any left. It's just at the very bottom of the marker, so I have maybe 100 gallons left. So we'll see how much I got left when I'm finished this piece. Might be calling it a night. Alright, just finished the field. Man, this thing's dirty. Let's have a look. Yeah, down to just the last little bit of foam in there. Well, it's 9 o'clock. I'm down to the last little bit in the sprayer. I'm going to call it quits for the night, because by the time I finish putting more water in the tank and mixing up chemical, I don't think I even have enough chemical to do the last field. That worked pretty good. I didn't have any problem with it at all. It didn't bend or break. Now it's time to go home. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to hit the thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. God bless.